Buying a new car is arguably the most exciting part of the entire process. All you can see is potential, you're full of ideas of what you want to do with it, but once you get it home, you realize you have to get started. And even someone like me suffers from this paralysis where we don't know where to start, so we just kind of aren't. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've made tons of progress on the Genesis, but it still looks terrible. The front bumper is damaged in a few spots, the front fender's damaged, the headlights are ugly, the rear quarter panel has damage, the entire interior is missing. And I found myself just kind of in this place of not knowing where or how to start, so I just kind of wasn't. So I just wanted to remind you guys that it's not about how you start, it's not about where you start. It's about trusting the process and jumping in. So today, we're gonna start by addressing the exterior damage on Abby. The previous owner of this car, before it was abandoned, parked this thing by feel everywhere he went. Every single corner of this car has some sort of damage or something wrong with it. And so while we may be making this car uglier today, at least we're gonna start by fixing some of the damage. And so in the spirit of just getting things done, Mac jumped right into it this morning. If you guys remember, this thing had a bag over the window. Because of that, there is layers of like duct tape residue. So Mac started by hitting this with the crud cutter, and once he got down past like the 15th layer of crud and it was no longer cutting, he moved on to the crud cutter ultra power, which is doing something for you or no?
I just started, so who knows?
Well, I hope you're excited, because not only has this just been sitting neglected, so has this wrap looks like it's super old, and also the headlight tint looks like it's super old, and there's a whole lot of things that look super old. So we are going to start in the rear of the car today and work our way forwards, because that is where my favorite piece goes down. We're going to start with the best, so this guy can wait.
You know what I'm thinking, Robbie?
We just do the Volkswagen thing where we have a bunch of mix match panels.
I was thinking we just paint the whole car bird egg blue.
Or we don't. Since the day we brought Abby home, I have been super stoked to get these lights. If these look familiar at all, these are the Anzo taillights for the Genesis. I actually run these lights on the white car, but they're the black housing with the smoked lens. So these should look kind of familiar. They have like the two little LED strips that come across. They're like an OEM plus kind of look. And these are BK2 lights, so they have the little bit of like a ridge right here, so it makes the whole booty pop so much better. I think the black looks really good on the white car, and I think that the all red is gonna go so well with the red on the Genesis. And as always, I will leave a link in the description down below. You guys can check out Anzo. They make lights for so many cars. Unfortunately, before we go ahead and throw that light in, we need to address this little dent. I'm not entirely sure how this happened without a paint scratch or something happening to this thing. But the bumper obviously got poked here, is sitting on top of the rear quarter panel there, and somehow the light cracked. All in, I would assume the same. Oopsie.
I'm wondering if like behind this bumper is like where it's supposed to sit is actually hollow, and because they just put so much force on this, it was the bumper pushing it instead of like this actually taking any force.
Well, there's only one way to find out, and I really want to get these taillights in. So first things first, whatever that is. Here's what I can tell you. This is a hell of an upgrade, dude. BK1 lights are just not where it's at. So round and smooth right here. This one has like the nice little lip for booty girth.
I'm sick of asking for one. I brought my own from home. And we keep misplacing bolts because we're both special.
Good news.
We have a magnet.
Well, there's the frickin' hoopty, dude. Look at that.
Yeah, look right here.
Oh, yucky.
Not good.
The good part about it is that it didn't hit here.
Yeah,
like the car still looks okay.
No matter what, this is never going to be seen.
This is like the best way this could have happened.
Yeah.
So this is how this side looks. You guys can see this plastic's all crumpled. There's like a huge impact right here. And then on this side, it just looks square. There's just a flat face wrapped around the side. So realistically, I'm just gonna try and start with that.
Yeah, I would put the block of wood like this.
And just hit it
And just hit
straight
it.
on the
Yeah,
crease.
have the crease in like the middle of the block.
And just smack it.
Just smash away.
All right, here goes nothing. Is it working?
I don't know, but what caught my attention is every time you hit it, the flaps go up. Yeah, oh yeah, okay.
Let me try and pump this out.
Yeah, right here. Okay.
Huh. Well, here's the test. All right, this one, if we just get them even just loose, you see how that is like perfect?
It fits nice here.
What we gotta do is just keep whacking until it's... Oh! Shit, dude, we almost fixed it.
Dude, it looks 150 times better.
I can't believe we did it that easily. Oh, we really did a great job on that. Good job.
Thanks, buddy. I didn't really do much other
Well, it was your
than
idea
supervise.
for the wood. I was all prepped and ready to make a reds don't match joke, and the reds match. This is the same Honda red that we used under the car when we did the manual swap, but I guess when it's near an actual clear coated section, it looks freaking almost the same, dude. Is it a little goopy? Yeah, maybe. I was just trying to make sure it filled all the little like cracks and stuff in the paint. And now it's all covered up, so we don't have any weird little rusty issues going on. Looks good. These lights look so good, dude. So from back here, you can kind of see like the BK2 light has that bulginess to it. Like this is super, just kind of like flat and round with the body line. Whereas this one, which mind you, this gap, we didn't put any bolts in it yet, so it will sit up tight. But like this one, look at how bulgy and like thick it is. Do you like that?
I do. This reminds me more of like a G35 light for some reason. I could be just crazy. But can I make it better for you?
Yeah. Oh, it's naked! Dude! So unpronounced because playing the air guitar. And like I said earlier, I will leave a link to Anzo's website down below. Go check them out. They make tons of lights for tons of vehicles and they are super cool.
Do you want to do the roof together or do you want to tackle a headlight each? The roof is not going to be fun because I was trying to like...
And you think the headlights are going to be fun?
I mean, they're this big compared to this big.
Wow, dude, that's pretty big! I love the way these taillights look, dude. They look so sharp. And you can see they line up way better now that we have all the bolts and everything stuck in the back. This side, we did our best with this bumper piece right here. You can see like the panel now sits nice and flush with the light. And then I put a nut and bolt through one of those tabs and pushed on this to try and get as much leverage as possible. But I think I'm gonna need to buy one of those new brackets because there's like a bumper clip right here that has nowhere to go. And without it, it comes out. I might need a new bracket for that, and we might need a new trunk also. It's funny because we were getting rid of damage, but we're also finding damage. Like for example, that left some pretty serious residue on the trunk, though I don't like it without a wing. I think we're gonna try and get some sort of, even like a similar carbon fiber piece right here. Mac is anti-wing.
I like a duck bill, which I think is a good way to hide whatever damage is there as well.
Yeah, well, we're either gonna need to buy a duck bill for this to cover it, or we're gonna need to buy a new trunk. As you guys are about to see, we're putting on a couple different colors on the front end of this car, which will result in the whole thing is gonna need paint anyways. So I'm not worried about like the leftover residue. The wing is off. It looks better regardless. And so that is good. Making progress on our way to the front. Roof looks absolutely killer. There's a couple little dents that were hidden under there. We found that just like excessive amounts of heat was what it took to get it done. And now we have made our way to the front end of this car. And here's where we're at. Told you guys we are planning to wide body this car, but regardless, photos I've seen, the body kit's not gonna cover this. This fender's hooped and this bumper is hooped. And again, the body kit doesn't come that far forward, so we needed to replace this. Not to mention these headlights are disgusting. The tint is all cracked and gross and like they just look dumb. So just about a month ago, I posted on Instagram and asked you guys what to do about the front end of this car because there's significant damage, it needs to be replaced, and I prefer a BK2 front end. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, follow me right now because sometimes I literally chalk entire build decisions like this up to you guys in a vote. I posted and asked you guys what front end you would like to see me do. I did a BK2 swap on the white car. I said in a couple videos I want to do a BK2 swap on this car, which is the 2013 Plus front end. It's just the same car, just newer front end. And the vote results actually are not what I thought we were gonna get. We got 62% of people voted for this front end. And I guess without further ado, this thing actually looks way different in raw form. This is a BK1 front bumper. This is actually a stock bumper. So I told you guys when you voted that there's only one way I really like a BK1 front end. When it comes to BK1 aftermarket bumper options, I'm not sold on many of them. My favorite thing for this car is this stock bumper and a lip, which we're not gonna do today. I'm gonna keep it a surprise. That paired with the body kit, I think is beautiful. So I ordered this guy up. It's a direct OEM replacement, obviously unpainted because there's no point in paint matching it when we still have a lot of bodywork and painting stuff to do. That was our decision. Thanks to you guys. So now I will have a BK1 and a BK2 Genesis. Props to you guys that helped make the choice. And so, again, to go with the bumper, we got a fender. This fender, I mean all fenders for Genesis are the same, to go with the bumper. And we did get headlights.
We did.
We ordered headlights for this car.
We did.
They showed up with the taillights.
However,
they're BK2 headlights.
Because
I was originally planning on doing a BK2 swap.
Because you didn't think that anybody would vote BK1.
What did you vote?
I can't tell you that.
He voted BK2. I didn't think you guys were gonna vote BK1, I'm not gonna lie. I had already ordered BK2 headlights. Because we stuck with BK1, my favorite headlights on a BK1 are OEM BK1 headlights. Why?
With tint?
Without tint, because this is junk. Why? I don't know.
I mean, they're nice.
I was thinking if maybe we do like the DIY, open them up, paint them like I did on my BRZ.
Yeah.
Because we could make them look special. So since we already spent an hour doing the roof, an hour doing the trunk, you spent an hour doing the A-pillar, we decided, hey, what's another hour? And so Max started digging in to these headlights. Look at this. What even is this, dude? What the hell is even that? That looks like icicles, but it's on the inside of the lens. On camera, it looks great. I could have probably just lied to you and been like, it's good, moving on. But it doesn't look good. It's not good. There's like some faded marks there, some faded marks there from just, like I said, the tint heating this up. But this, I don't know how this even happens. I've never seen this in my entire life. Today's like any other day. We're trying to fix things, we're finding new problems, and this is the reality of cars. It doesn't look good. We're gonna have to do something about it. And if you guys are following me on Instagram, by the time this video comes out, the vote's already over, but I'm gonna chalk this one up to a vote and see what you guys think. Regardless though, on camera or off camera, these headlights look so much better without tint, dude. You know, something I never considered was that right now would be the perfect time to upgrade to a nicer grille. Fog lights actually came out really nice. There's no weirdness going on under the tint. Very happy with how those came out. And I just went around and I cleaned up all these plastics, so when we go ahead and insert them into the new bumper, which I don't get why this isn't just part of the bumper, but it matches up nice. It actually looks really good.
This one has like some weird yellow fogging on it.
This one is Sergeant Dookie's, dude.
100% that couldn't have been me because that's on the inside. So
Yeah.
like, I don't know, man. Like, they're junk. Like,
It sucks. It's
Yeah.
really unfortunate. This one not only has the burn marks right here, the same as the other side from the tint, but that's actually like yellowed, like super burnt. And up here is also yellowed, and the way it's like yellowed across this whole thing and also kind of really messed up on the inside, Max thought was that whoever put the tint on was super aggressive with it.
yeah, I mean, they could have been aggressive, or like we said earlier, the tint could have been holding heat inside the headlight.
Yeah, it could have been like a cheap thick tint.
Exactly.
2 steps forwards, 3 steps backwards. That's the way it goes. But like I was saying earlier, regardless, these lights, even, okay, that one not so much, but these lights look way better without tint, no matter what, especially on camera. You guys have a much harder time seeing how bad they are. So that's good news. Fender removed. We had to pull it off the hoist and move it forwards because there's like a hidden bolt right here in the door, which is you can't get to unless the door opens, and these doors are like the size of the London Bridge.
I was gonna say it's the size of Seoul, Korea.
Interesting comparison. Oh dude, this looks bad.
Looks great.
This looks
Bad. Blue, baby.
bad. This is bad in a way that almost makes me want to, like, for some reason just leave it or completely Harlequin the whole car. It's just such the wrong color, dude. Before I go ahead and throw any of the hardware in this fender to keep it on there, Mac is over here with the final piece of today's install. We got the Hawk brakes, baby. So as always, we got the Talon slotted and drilled rotors. These things are my absolute favorite. You guys know they have the coating on them so that they don't rust. They last a long time in all weather conditions, and they're actually really good stopping power. I've made videos comparing these like to stock ones. I've made videos where I put this in the WRX and I actually showed you guys like rotting on a stock set that's only like 2 years old versus the rotting on these, which was the exact same mileage on the exact same car. I will leave 2 videos up above if you guys want to check out like the information I've done on the Hawk stuff. These are my absolute favorite rotors. They look absolutely beautiful. And to go with the rotors, we got the Hawk Performance Street 5.0 pads. So I actually run a mixture of street pads and or their track pads on all my cars. Track pads obviously offer superior stopping performance, but the street pads make a lot less brake dust. And this car, when we're all said and done with it, the body kit, nice 3-piece wheels, I'm gonna want minimal brake dust, yet still crazy stopping power. So we went ahead and we upgraded to the Street 5.0s. And in case you guys are wondering why that's important, these are the stock rotors that we found the car with. So us driving them a little bit has gone ahead and worn down some of the rust, but like, I'm actually amazed they even stopped. And the absolute best part is, if you remember when we got this thing, the wheels were locked and we couldn't move the car. Reason was, the rear brakes were completely seized together. A little secret, we have had no driver's side rear brake on this car the whole time, dude. That's the pad. That's the parking brake shoe that you guys could just see, and then there's a zip tie holding the caliper from falling around. So that's not good at all. We haven't really driven this car far. And that's also why it does sick one-wheel peels so easily with no moving, because there's just nothing stopping that. So very much needed upgrade. Yes, Debatably, we have made this car slightly uglier. I guess it's up to you if you would rather look at like damaged panels or mix match color panels. But if you don't look at the front, the booty is thick, dude. I love these lights. Oh my God, they're like I keep saying this, but like the BK2s, see how they hover out like this? They have this little lip on them. They're absolutely beautiful, and they actually make the rear of the car look bigger. Like when you get up close, it has that little extra width, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Can't really see the daytime running thing in the sun, but I'll overlay some nighttime shots for you guys to actually see what these lights look like at night. They're freaking beautiful. Debatably, we made a lot more problems today. You guys can see right here, the wing was rubbing here, so we revealed a little bit of a yucky spot. This, I don't entirely know how we're gonna get this off. We might just cover it up with another duckbill. We might just sand it off when we get the car painted. But that's part of cars, man. As you go and as you build and as you keep working on them and as you keep fixing one thing, you find another problem.
We need to do more of this.
You big on this, eh?
I think it looks ridiculous and it's just outrageous, but I think it's like, we need to do it. Like, let's do yellow side skirts, a green hood.
Dude, I don't know why, but him saying this doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Troll the V-dub world, that's why.
Here's what we're doing. If this video gets 5,000 likes, we will do the Harlequin on the whole car.
Does that mean I just make 5,000 YouTube accounts and just like on every...
No, I think I'm gonna have to cancel you for that one. Moving on though, the brakes on our way over here, we broke them in. Not bad.
Hold on. Smokies.
They are amazing as always. I don't know how many videos I have to make telling you guys to get Hawk Talon drilled and slotted rotors and just street pads, dude.
I mean, it was my first time with Hawk brake pads and rotors, and they impressed me.
So the Hawk stuff is beautiful. I will also leave a link to Hawk down below. The only thing actually that I kind of didn't expect was this bumper doesn't fit perfectly. It looks like it's actually gonna need a little bit of sanding going on right here. I don't know what that's about. This is like the bumper that everybody gets, like paint shops, body shop. This is like the bumper people use. It's just basically like an OE replacement bumper. So the fact that it needs a little tune-up, it's a little weird, but and so that's what I'm gonna leave you guys with in today's video, is to start something. Starting sometimes is the hardest part. Sometimes you don't need to be committed, you don't need to be ambitious, you don't need to be anything. You could be absolutely having a terrible day, it could be raining, you could be like having a bad brain day, you could be all of these things, and if you start, dude, the next day, like even us filming, you know what I mean? We start in the rain, we start when we don't want to, whatever. The next day when we go to edit, we're stoked we have the footage, we're stoked that we did it and we're still on track. Sometimes you don't even have any ideas. You don't have an idea till you start. Once you start, the ideas start flowing. You know what I mean? So just start. We challenge you guys to start something. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out and stay committed. Update. The Genesis still leaks. Good news, we have new taillights, and it's the taillight gaskets, I think, that are leaking.
Better news, Robbie's going for a swim.
You're being birthed by a Genesis. Oh, good news. Have you ever seen this before?
What?
Plastic bash bar. Classic Korean move.